Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into an idea from Eckhart Tolle that sounds so simple, but, well, you know how it is. It's one of the hardest things to actually do. We're talking about living completely, 100%, in the present moment. So let's break down why our minds fight it so hard and how we can finally start winning that battle.
Just let that one sink in for a second. This single sentence is pretty much the key to everything we're about to explore. Imagine it, a life without the heavy backpack of past regrets, and without the constant anxiety about the future. What would that even feel like?
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to expose something called the time delusion. Then, we'll meet our inner tormentor. Yep, we all have one. After that, we find the escape hatch, the only thing that's truly real, and get a toolkit for how to access it. And then we'll ask a wild question. Are our problems even real? Finally, it's going to be your turn to reflect. Ready?
Okay, let's dive right in. The very first thing Tolle points to as the root of our unhappiness isn't something out there in the world. Nope, it's our own relationship with time. It's a prison we've built for ourselves, and most of us don't even realize we're in it.
This right here is a game-changing distinction. Tolle says there are two types of time. First, you've got clock time. That's the good stuff. It's how we schedule appointments, plan our day, function as human beings. But then there's psychological time, and that's the monster. That's the endless mental movie of, oh, I should have done this, and what if that happens? That, he says, is the real source of our pain. And here's the real kicker. When we believe that the voice in our head is us, when we completely identify with that constant chatter, bam, the trap snaps shut. We become prisoners of this psychological time, so lost in thoughts about the past and future that we completely miss our actual lives happening right in front of us.
So, what is this thing inside us that just loves to chew on the past and worry about the future? Tolle has a name for it. He calls it the egoic mind. It's that nonstop narrator, that inner tormentor.
You know that voice? It's the one that's always telling you who you are based on your history and always promising that you'll finally be happy when. I'll be happy when I get that job, when I move, when Friday gets here. It's a fake self, built out of thoughts that literally feeds on problems to survive. Kind of creepy when you think about it, right?
And let's look at the evidence. When this mind is stuck replaying the past, look at the junk it creates. Guilt, regret, resentment, all this heavy, negative energy. It's like we're choosing to carry around a giant bag of emotional rocks from yesterday for no good reason.
And it's no better when it looks the other way. When the mind projects into the future, we get a whole different flavor of pain. That constant low-level hum of anxiety, the tension in your shoulders, the stress, the worry. It's all about things that haven't happened and, honestly, probably never will.
Okay, so we're trapped between past pain and future fear. It sounds pretty bleak, doesn't it? But what if I told you there's an escape hatch, a key to get out of the mind's prison? And the wild thing is, it's so simple and so obvious, we overlook it all the time. This is it. This is the whole secret. The now. The past, it's just a memory trace in your mind. The future, it's a concept, a projection. The only thing that has ever been real, the only place you've ever lived your life is right here, right now. I mean, really think about that. Try to find a flaw in that logic. Everything you've ever experienced, you experienced in a moment you called now. And everything you ever will experience will also happen in a moment you call now. It's the one constant, the permanent stage where the whole drama of your life unfolds. All right, so knowing this is one thing, but how do we actually do it? How do we stop the runaway train of our thoughts and actually anchor ourselves in this present moment? Okay, this is where we get practical. Let's open up the toolkit. Here are 3 super simple, super powerful techniques. Number 1, watch the thinker. Just start listening to that voice in your head like you're a curious scientist. The moment you start listening, you realize something amazing. You are not the voice, you are the one hearing the voice. Number 2, get into your senses. Right now, what do you see? Don't label it lamp or window, just see the light and color. What do you hear? Just listen. This pulls you out of your head instantly. And third, observe your breath. Just feel the sensation of air coming in and going out. It's your permanent built-in anchor to the now. And here is the best part. Honestly, this takes all the pressure off. You can't fail at this. The second you have the thought, oh man, I'm lost in thought again, guess what? In that very instant of noticing, you're back. You are present. That flash of awareness is the whole point. It's a win every single time. Okay, you might want to buckle up for this next part, because it is one of Tolle's most radical ideas. It asks us to question the one thing we're all absolutely sure of, the reality of our problems.
And I want you to ask yourself this. For real, stop, take a breath. Right now, in this very split second as you're listening to my voice, do you have a problem? Often, what we call a problem isn't actually happening now. It's just a fear about the future or a regret about the past.
Now, this is a crucial distinction. Tali is not saying you don't have challenges. Bills are due, things break, situations happen. A problem, in his definition, is the layer of mental story and suffering we add on top of a situation. It's the mental baggage we create around the facts. And that leads to this bombshell of a conclusion. Problems, as our minds define them, are illusions. Why? Because they can't survive without time. They need the past for regret and the future for anxiety. In the pure, timeless space of the now, they just dissolve. You're left with just the situation, which you can then deal with a clear head.
So, we've been on quite a journey through these ideas, but honestly, they don't mean much if they just stay as concepts in our heads. The only way they become powerful is if we bring them into our own lives. So, now it's your turn.
So here's my first question for you, and really sit with this. What would change for you? What would it feel like if you just dropped all resistance and completely, totally accepted this present moment, just as it is, not wanting it to be different? What would shift?
And for the second one, let's make it real. Think of one specific problem that you've been carrying around that's been weighing you down. Can you see it as just a situation plus a painful story? What would it feel like to just put down the story right now?
I would genuinely love to hear what comes up for you with these questions. Seriously, your insight might be exactly what someone else reading the comments needs to hear today. It really helps all of us learn together. So please, drop your thoughts below.
And finally, if this resonated with you at all, if it gave you something to think about, it would mean the world to us if you hit that like button and subscribe to Mish Minds. We have so many more of these deep dives coming your way. Thanks so much for being here.